Thanks for clicking on the video. In this video, I'm just doing projects. There's not much about birds except at the very, very end, and even then, it's not terribly interesting. So it's a long one, so it may not be something you want to watch.
Good morning. You may be wondering, now what? Well, give me a sec. I'll explain. Okay. So here's the deal. If all goes well, I'm going to have a new species added to the family, which I know is insane because I just got done downsizing my collection. But these are birds that I had arranged and made commitments for almost a year ago, before I knew how things were going to change. So, anyway, long story short is they will spend a lot of time on the ground. Foraging is going to be a big part of their experience, and you may have seen that I have tried this many times in the past. I had my compost bins over there. I had the bark over here. And it has, it's made cleaning the aviary difficult. I'm going to, because of the way I'm doing the water now down here and not up here, I'm going to see if I can block off this part of the stream bed and turn that into soil, like a planter or a terrarium or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And these, the reason I'm doing it this way with the plastic is so that the rocks don't adhere, so that I will be able to remove them. And so it's just a temporary thing. No harm to try it. It might be great. It might not work very well. To be determined. Ugh. So I'm just going to do this. Hopefully whatever I do will keep soil out of the water. I'm going to reuse some old pieces that I had, if I can. Let's see, maybe. I hear you. Okay. So unless I've accidentally locked it in, which can happen, I've done it before, like with an undercut or something, it should be fine. I'm trying to figure out what shape would block this guy nicely. Sorry guys, it's gonna be loud. Alright. I'll be back, guys. Nobody playing. Be intimidated by this, okay? Scary. Scary. Stay away from that. Okay. So that'll be about 6 inches deep. I'm a little concerned I'm going to have to raise that edge up. But I have to get all the substrate layers to try to imitate what people do with their geckos and whatnot. And we'll see if I can apply it to birds. Gecko poop and bird poop should be just about the same, right? Remember how I said I could lock them in accidentally? And it looks like I did. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. This is the best thing about these rocks. They don't weigh like rocks do. This is a stupid way to clean up because the hose would take care of this in an instant. Why I'm doing it this way, I don't really know. I don't have a good answer for that. It does need more thorough cleaning, which I will do later. How does that look? Does that look like it's the same height? I wonder if that should go higher. I'd rather be too tall than not tall enough, because once I fill it, you saw how dirty that process is. I'm not going to want to get all that debris mixed in with the substrate. That would probably be about level. So this is going to be the limiting. Actually, not just that, this would be too. Okay. After I went to a ton of trouble to make this guy removable, Now I've decided I'm just gonna, I don't know, blend these all together somehow. And that means that whatever I do cleaning over here is guaranteed to wash into this space, so it becomes even more important to get that substrate right, or else I have to just find a different way to clean over here. About that, somehow. So I can still step there. This will be pretty level now. That should be high enough. I know it doesn't look like much. Well, it never looks like much. I think I do a decent job. I shouldn't underplay my rock building skills. I hope I have enough. I'll try to do your side so you can see how it works. Again, trying to maintain about a 1/4 inch thickness where it's not sticking like that. You need to get it more wet, but then of course it sticks to your gloves, so then you need to get more powder on your gloves. It's a process. I was thinking earlier today that when I can't clean this very well, I've almost got it to the point where if I pulled out everything, all the grasses and the extra rocks, all that would be left would be epoxy, which is quite easy to clean. And it would still have an interesting kind of terrain for the birds to explore. So that kind of cheered me up today. This is just to get rid of the fingerprints, or some of them, so it doesn't look so obvious. Alright guys, I'll be back. I should have looked at it. If your fingernail goes in, it's not done yet. It's funny, I used to know where all the branches were, so I didn't have to kind of look where I was going. And I don't anymore. So I keep getting poked by stuff. Oh, nice. Alright, there's an order to it. Gotta lift it. Alright, there we go. Hopefully I remember that. Okay, so I trimmed off some of the sharp pointies that were kind of making that, hard to get out. And kind of sponged out the water in here. So here's my dilemma. There's going to be no way to hose off any of this stuff without absolutely saturating whatever is in here. So that means probably cleaning with a sponge. Because everything is sort of designed to come down here and then flow out, or come out there and flow out. So before I go to the effort and expense, I guess, to try to layer this all up, I'm wondering if I should just fill it up with bark. Because maybe the answer is just whatever I put in here, when I'm doing the hose off, just go ahead and hose it off, let it all whatever, rake it up, and then change it out, put it in the garden. So I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to let this stuff dry and harden. I have to go work, and so maybe either later today or more likely over the weekend, I will fill it up and try it. Can't hurt. You guys will love it either way, I am sure. So, yeah, we should do that. I don't have time to do it right now though, so this stuff is going to dry. Okay, we'll see. I'll check in a bit. These guys are going to have a field day with this stuff. I think it is. It's going to end up all over the place. Well, that's what it looks like at the moment. So I will let that run while I'm working. We'll see if anybody goes to check it out. you.